Hello and welcome. There's a fresh update on the encounter in Rajouri, district of Jammu and Kashmir. In the Kandi area of Rajouri, there was an encounter which started in the morning, and the update from the army is that three of the injured soldiers have also succumbed to their injuries. Army earlier said that there were two fatal casualties, so a total of five army soldiers have died in that uh, encounter. Now, there's another one army Jawan who is also injured. The army has put out a statement. It says that in the ongoing operation in Rajouri sector, three soldiers were critically injured in the morning, have unfortunately succumbed to their injuries. The operations are in progress. Now, these operations are continuing for some days. On April 20th in Bhattaduria area of Rajouri, there are five army soldiers were killed in action after an attack by the terrorists. Now, army in its statement had said that Indian army columns have been conducting a relentless intelligence-based operation to flush out a group of terrorists involved in the ambush of an army truck in Tota Gali area of Bhattaduria in Jammu region. Now, about today's operation, the army says on specific information about presence of terrorists in the Kandi forest of the Rajouri sector, the joint operation was launched on May 3rd, 2023 at about 7:30 hours. On May 5, 2023, a search team established a contact with the group of terrorists well entrenched in a cave. The area is thickly vegetated with rocky and steep cliffs. The terrorists triggered an explosive device in retaliation. The army team has suffered two fatal casualties with injuries to four more soldiers, including an officer. Additional teams from the vicinity have been directed to the site of encounter. The injured personnel have been evacuated to Command Hospital, Udhampur. As per initial reports, a group of terrorists are trapped in the area. There is likelihood of casualties in terrorist groups. The operation is in progress. Now, this was the statement of the army, which it put out earlier, in which it confirmed that there were two casualties, fatal casualties of soldiers, and four others were injured. But now it's come up with a fresh statement that of the four injured, three have succumbed to their injuries. Now, this is an update about the encounter that's taking place in Rajouri. But this has come on a day when SCO meeting is taking place at Goa. The foreign ministers of different countries, various countries, including Russia, China, and Pakistan, are taking part in that meeting. The meeting, of course, started with the speech of Foreign Minister Jaishankar, who specifically mentioned about cross-border terrorism and that being a part of the SCO mandate. Um, he said that uh, in his in his speech, but clearly this incident has come on a day when the SCO meeting is underway in Goa, in India, and there is this terrorist attack. Now, about this area particularly, this is a forested area, thickly forested area, and there are natural caves where terrorists can hide and take cover, and that's precisely the reason that these operations have been carrying out for days altogether to flush out the terrorists. But let's listen in to Foreign Minister Jaishankar what he said in the SCO meet earlier today.
Excellencies, while the world was engaged in facing COVID and its consequences, the menace of terrorism continues unabated. Taking our eyes off this menace would be detrimental to our security interests. We firmly believe that there can be no justification for terrorism and it must be stopped in all its forms and manifestations, including cross-border terrorism. The channel of finances for terrorist activities must be seized and blocked without distinction. Members need not be reminded that combating terrorism is one of the original mandates of the SCO.
Pakistani Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto also spoke. Let's hear what he had to say.
Terrorism continues to threaten global security. Let's not get caught up in weaponizing terrorism for diplomatic point scoring. When I speak on this topic, I do so not only as the Foreign Minister of Pakistan, whose people have suffered the most in terms of number of attacks and number of casualties. I also speak as the son of a mother who was assassinated at the hands of terrorists. I feel the pain of this loss, empathize with the victims across the world in a way that most cannot. I and my country are firmly committed to eradicating this menace. This requires not only a comprehensive approach, but also a collective approach. It demands we address the root causes as well as the threats posed by specific groups. It requires that we let this challenge unite us to fight it rather than divide us to become its victims.
So clearly, Bilawal Zardari also making a point there. But the fact is that India has been saying it right from the outset that terrorism and dialogue cannot continue simultaneously, and that's precisely the reason that the talks have broken down. There's hardly any dialogue or any exchange taking place between India and Pakistan, and today's incident just goes on to show the ground reality that there is militancy still existing in Jammu and Kashmir. There have been a series of encounters over the last few days or the last few months in which many militants and their commanders have been eliminated, but then there is weapons are being brought from across the border, and lately they have come on drones also. They have sent weapons which are dropped in Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab. So that's the ground reality. Even as we are hearing a lot of speech and mention about terrorism from the Pakistani side in that SCO meet that's still going on in Goa. So even as a day when Bilawal Bhutto, Pakistani foreign minister, is in India, there has been an encounter in Rajouri district of Jammu and Kashmir in which 5 army Jawans were told, commandos of the army, which is an elite force of the army, the para commandos, they have been killed in action in that explosive which went off when they were searching, looking for these terrorists in those naturally built caves in thickly forested areas. So that's the update we have for you from Jammu and Kashmir. Thanks for watching.
We started Mojo right here in this basement. Just 4 people, 4. And now we're about to hit our first 1 million subscribers. So this is to say thank you to all of you for your support, for your respect, and for your encouragement. We've always gone to where the story is. During the pandemic, when television's big anchors were hunkered down in their studios or at their homes, we hit the road. We traveled from Delhi to Kerala, covering 30,000 kilometers in a small car, reporting from inside ICUs and inside slum tenements. Whether it's flash floods or war zones, we've always put our boots on the ground. In fact, we're just back from Punjab, tailing the Khalistani fugitive Amritpal Singh. And through all of this, we have always put you, the people, first. In an age of partisan polarized media where most journalists are either chamcha ya morcha, we believe the story is sacred and the truth of the story is what matters. And now as we get ready for the next step, we need your help. Become a Mojo member and get first access to all our big interviews. Get a chance to ask our newsmakers questions. Get a chance to write and report for us for both our website and our channels. And also, interact with me and my colleagues directly through AMA sessions. Literally, ask me anything. Click on the join now right next to the subscribe button, and yes, also subscribe if you haven't yet, and become a Mojo member for just 159 rupees a month. Hope to see lots of you in our community. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.